Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's video is going to be a cooking and cleaning and just homemaking motivation video. I'm going to be sharing a crock pot recipe with you guys. It is fall time, so I am definitely amping up my crock pot meals. So I'm going to be showing y'all how I make my mashed potatoes. I make them from scratch and I have a little bit of a secret ingredient. Like I said, just lots of cleaning motivation today. So I hope this video gets you all inspired to tackle your to-do list. So we are gonna get started with cleaning my closet today, and I also have a ton of sweaters and like my fall and winter clothes upstairs in the closet off of my office. So I've just been storing those in there, so we're gonna bring those down to my closet now that the weather is cooling down just a little bit here. It's still pretty hot, but I'm definitely not wearing like tank tops anymore. You can see I'm definitely just in the mood to wear long sleeves and sweaters, even if it's hot. Like they say, if you wear the sweaters, fall will come. So that's what I'm trying to do over here. So anyway, we're gonna start with decluttering and cleaning up my closet. It is a disaster. You guys know I have a very hard time keeping that space clean. All right, so I've got an hour and a half before dinner is ready. I put it in the crock pot this morning, and I'll share the recipe with you guys later whenever it's ready. And I'm also gonna make some mashed potatoes from scratch, so I'll share with you guys how I make my mashed potatoes and stuff. But like I said, we've got an hour and a half before I need to start the mashed potatoes, and everything's gonna be done in the crock pot. So we gotta make this time count. So I'm about to get to work on my closet. Just a reminder, this is how it looks to begin with. As always, I do not have my life together right now. Yeah, so let's do something about this.
Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. How it's gonna stay in the fight with you. Just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless.
So whenever I'm cleaning out my closet, the first thing I like to do is clean up the floor area and also around my dresser. That way I can actually walk in here. Now this is looking a whole lot better. Now I can actually walk around in here and start to declutter my clothes. So whenever I'm decluttering my clothes, I'm just going through each and every item, touching every item, and really thinking about if I want to keep it or not. And at this time, I'm also going through and picking out some of my tank tops, just things that I wear only in the summertime and I'm not going to be wearing for the next few months. That way I can take those upstairs and store those in my office closet. So here's all the tank tops that I found that I'm gonna end up taking upstairs. Most of them I don't have hung up anymore, so the majority of my closet is like ready for fall. But then I also decluttered, this is 17 pieces over here. So I'm super happy that I got rid of 17 pieces, and then there's 10 clothing items that I'm gonna take upstairs to my office closet so I can store those upstairs. So we'll see how many I can fit into my closet now. I've got a lot upstairs. When I go up there, I am gonna declutter those before I decide to bring them down. That way I'm not bringing things down that I don't wanna keep. So I think when I go up there, I'm gonna keep in mind you have space for 30 more things. Honestly, I've got space for a few more things, probably 50 things. But like I said, there's a lot up there, so we'll see how much I end up bringing down and how much I'll need to declutter. So I'm upstairs in my office closet. You can see all the things I have, all of these coats and stuff. I probably won't bring down yet because I won't need these until probably like late November where we live. So we're still about 2 months away. So I'm gonna leave these here, but all of these sweaters I'm going to declutter and bring down as many as I can. This was one of my favorite things I wore last fall. So I have had this in mind for sure. So this one is definitely coming down with me, but I can't wait to go through all of this and see all the things that I just forgot that I had. Oh, I know I definitely want to declutter this. I ended up getting it last year, but didn't like the way it fit. So it should have never been brought up here in the first place.
I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was just a young girl living in a dream world. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do. So
We might have a bit of a problem. I have so many clothes here, and I only brought down things that were light. So I didn't bring down my sweaters and jackets that were super thick, and I still have this much. I'm sure as I try things on, I'll declutter them as I go. That's kind of how I like to do things. But for now, I've got to make all this fit in my closet. I feel like I can do it though. Like you can see, there's a lot of open space over here, and there's some more open space right there. Not a whole lot, but we'll see. If I do have to take out my leggings and put those somewhere else, I can do that, and that would open up about that much space.
mine was waiting that road. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways.
I cannot believe I actually made it all fit. I even changed out the hangers. Some of them were still on the black velvet hangers, so I made sure they were all on pink or beige hangers. So I got all of that done. I can't believe I fit everything in here with room to spare. But now we're going to check up on my crock pot meal, and this is called a Mississippi roast, and it is so easy to make, and I actually put it in the crock pot earlier that morning, so it's been going for about 6 hours now. So I did film it that morning as I was putting everything in, so I'll share the recipe with you guys. It's so easy. All you need is 6 pounds of roast and then 2 packets of au jus sauce, and I actually ended up only having 1 packet, so my husband went out and got another packet later. But right here you only see me put 1 packet in, but another packet did get put in later on. You also need 2 packets of ranch and then half a cup of butter, and then you're also gonna put in as many pepperoncini peppers as you want. I ended up putting 5 in mine. This actually does not make it spicy. It kind of just gives it a little bit of a tangier taste. I feel like all crock pots are a little bit different. I have 2 crock pots and they do cook differently. So I cooked mine on low for 6 hours, but the recipe does say 8 hours if you're gonna cook it on low, so just be aware of that. But now I am going to start chopping up my potatoes. I did, I think, 6 like medium-sized to small-sized potatoes, but you can basically just judge it off of how many people you're gonna be feeding. I did cook a little bit extra, so we did have some leftovers, but I'm just gonna cut those up as small as possible, kind of into cubes, because I feel like it cooks a lot faster that way. And then I also add salt to my pot. It helps it boil a lot faster, and also you're gonna end up putting salt in the mashed potatoes anyway, so kind of helps season it too. I let it boil until I can put a fork into the potatoes and the potato doesn't stick to the fork. And then of course I drain it out and just put it right back into the pot. So now I'm going to start sharing what I put into it to make it really good and creamy. Mayonnaise is actually my secret ingredient. You're going to end up putting in 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of butter, and about half a cup of sour cream as well. I do always like to melt my butter first because I feel like it always helps kind of mash things together, and yeah, it just makes the mixing process a lot easier. And then all I do is put salt and pepper and garlic and herb into mine, and I use the garlic and herb from Mrs. Dash. And once I put all of that in, I just mix it all together with a spoon, and I'm telling you guys, this is on point. Make sure you use mayonnaise and not Miracle Whip. It will completely change the taste if you put Miracle Whip in there, but if it is mayonnaise, it is amazing. So trust me on this, try it out next time. And also try out the Mississippi roast. It is, I swear, like, you can't mess that recipe up. It is always amazing every time I've made it, and you guys know, like, I don't pride myself on a whole lot in the kitchen, but this meal was on point. So we scarfed down dinner. It was amazing, but now we are leaving the kitchen a mess. I'll clean it up later, but our movie theater is playing Hocus Pocus, so we thought it'd be fun to go see that on the big screen and take the kids. So we are rushing out of the house now, but as soon as we get back, I will clean up the kitchen and bring you guys along. So we are home now. That was so much fun. I feel like movies always feel a little bit different and just like extra special when you go see them in the movie theater instead of just watching it at home. So that was super fun. But now I am home and I need to get this kitchen all cleaned up. Here's how we left it. The tripod is out from me filming. Crock pot is out. We just turned it off. We left it on warm, so we just turned it off. Really, we pretty much ate it all, so I don't know how much is actually left, but you can see bowls are out. We did put away the mashed potatoes, so that was good. But yeah, everything kind of just needs to be wiped down. Over here, you can see my stove is a mess. My countertops are a mess. I've got dishes in the sink and dishes in the dishwasher. I thought these were clean, but they're not, they're dirty. So that's really good. I'll just add these dishes into here and get that going. Over here is a mess too. And then my living room, not too much of a mess, but we do need to fix these pillows. Side note, really quickly, I did want to let you guys know, since I know a lot of y'all follow me on Instagram too, and I've been posting a lot of like keto recipes and stuff, and then we make potatoes tonight and go to the movies and eat popcorn, but we're not actually doing keto. We're doing no refined carbs. So we're able to eat any kind of carb from the earth. I've always said I refuse to think that anything that comes from the earth is bad for me. So I don't think potatoes are bad for me. I don't think fruits are bad for me. There's way too many nutrients in it for it to be bad for me. But it's not to lose weight. It is for my hormones. My hormones have been so crazy lately. And they're just kind of like at an all-time crazy. I don't know how you would explain it, but they're kind of the worst that they get. And I can tell, I'm not gonna go through all my symptoms, but I can tell when it gets really bad. One of them is how much I break out. I've hidden it pretty good with my makeup, but if I take my makeup off, I have like red dots, not even just like breakouts. No, they are like red and awful. So that's just one of the symptoms, but you know, other things are happening that I am just not happy with. I do have PCOS, and PCOS makes you insulin resistant, and I've had PCOS since I was 15. So whenever I was trying to get pregnant with Julie, I went on this no refined carbs diet. Not really a diet, but you know, you just don't eat refined carbs. But I went on that diet back then, and that I got pregnant with her like within 5 months. So I feel like it does take a few months of doing this to like actually level out your hormones. But we dealt with infertility with her for 2.5 years. So that's how I knew how much it helped my hormones. We are not trying to get pregnant. I have my tubes tied. We're not trying to get pregnant. But like I said, I know from experience that it levels out my hormones to eat this way, and it helps a lot. So that's all I'm trying to do, is level out my hormones. So we're not doing keto, but I will post a lot of like keto recipes, because I looked those up. That's kind of the easiest thing to look up when you're looking for like no refined carb recipes and stuff. But just know we are still eating fruits and potatoes and stuff like that. So if you guys are like super confused and you're like, wait a minute, I thought you were doing keto. We're not, just no refined carbs. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to cleaning, but I did wanna give you guys that little explanation, since I'm gonna be sharing lots of cooking videos soon, because I have been in the kitchen more than ever lately, and I'm actually having a really fun time with it. So I'll share lots of recipes with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is start loading all of the dishes that are in the sink into my dishwasher. That way I can get those washing tonight. And then I also have the pot that I used whenever I was making my mashed potatoes, and I'm just going to go ahead and wash that by hand. It is kind of a bigger pot, so I didn't want to take up a whole lot of space in my dishwasher with it, so I just decided to wash it by hand. And before I clean my sink out, I'm actually going to wipe down this countertop that's over here first. Sometimes I do it the other way around, and then whenever I'm wiping down the countertop, I end up kind of pushing food into the sink, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of cleaning out the sink first. So I'm wiping down my counter first, and then I will get to cleaning out the sink. And all I do to clean out my sink is use dish soap and my little rubber glove with the bristles on it. Now that I have this side of the kitchen cleaned up, I am going to light a candle. I've had this candle going all day, and we blew it out before we went to the movies, but it is banana walnut muffin, and oh my gosh, it smells amazing. It's from Bath & Body Works.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted to this, can't resist to be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering. You know I'd do anything to be in your arms again. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more talking to you. Here we go again, staying up all night to see if you've been texting me.
So I've got the kitchen pretty much all cleaned. I am gonna leave the crock pot out for a little while longer because it's still a little bit warm. So I don't wanna put that away yet. So I'll do that later on after I vacuum and mop. But now I'm gonna get to work on our dining room area and also the living room.
There's no more tricks, we could take things slow. Say you think about it too. When the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be with, that I should be. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. We've been
I was about to start in the living room and I can't tell her to move. You guys always say you love seeing my pups in the video. Look at you, Miss Darling. Everyone always asks how old Molly is. She looks a lot older than she really is. She started going gray early, like when she was like 5, she started going gray, but she will be 11 in November, but she still acts like a puppy. She still gets super excited, plays with Bailey, still super active. She does have arthritis, so we give her medicine for that, but Molly, you a blessing, girl. How am I supposed to tell her? I can't tell her to move. I'm just gonna have to straighten up around her. She'll definitely move when I bring the vacuum out though, because she does not like that.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know what I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud 9. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you.
All right, so now that I've gotten my floors all vacuumed up, I'm gonna start mopping, and I'm using my Bona mop today. I have an O-Cedar mop, and I don't know if you guys have watched me try to use that before, but I've tried it one time and did not like it. It made my floors so super streaky, and I got a lot of recommendations from you guys telling me what I might have done wrong. I might have used too much solution in there. I don't like cleaning my floors with vinegar. A lot of you guys tagged me in like a little tutorial that y'all found on Instagram, And honestly, I just found that tutorial to be too much. Like, I like for things to be easy. If it's a 5-step process of like boiling my water and then putting in a ton of different things to make it work, I'm never gonna do it. I have to do things the easy way, and my Bona mop just makes things so easy. I actually was gonna try out my O-Cedar mop again, and I'll probably do that in the next video because I do want to give it another try, but I just don't want to do it in the big living space because if it does go wrong again, I'll have a lot to clean up the next day. So I think in the next video I'll mop the front of my house where there's not as much hardwood floor and see how it works. So stay tuned for that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you got a ton of cleaning motivation from it. I've got some more videos up here on the screen for you guys if you want to check those out, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!